This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. And I know we've already released a podcast today on Walmart in the markets, also one on RFK Jr. It was got this concept of banning pharmaceuticals with advertising of certain sorts, which strikes me as anti-free speech. We also had one about Walmart missing on it made it on earnings. It was projecting softer growth this year. That's taking a shot at the market today, down a little bit. But today's discussion is going to be a little bit of a different podcast. We often talk about how much I'm struggling the last year or so with my middle-aged sports, and I think mostly golf, tennis, and other things. And when I think of the middle-aged sports, I sort of give myself two reasons why I'm struggling. One is that, my mental frame of mind, my clarity of just presence, calmness has been not where I want it to be. Second, had a few different surgeries this last year, which again describes my aging process, a knee surgery, a couple eye surgeries and so forth. And a lot of that's just all excuses for my mental attitude being bad. But, even there's a great concept that even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. A broken clock is right twice a day, regardless of how broken the clock is. Well, I guess over the last 24 hours, it's fair to say I've been that broken clock. I've been that blind squirrel because it's been revenge day on both the tennis court and the golf course. One of the friends who will remain nameless, but he knows who he is, has been annoyingly taking my money all year long. Another friend has not played a bad round of golf when I've been on the course with him. But yesterday, late afternoon, was revenge day as we played 18 holes. And me, being the little engine that could, went back to something we talk about often, which is going back to the basics constantly. Putting the drive in play, slight fade on everything, not trying to go too much, and working on the putting in the short game. And by golly, for this mid-handicap, horrendous golfer, did that work like a charm yesterday? And did I come home with extra money in my bank account? So that was a good day. Yesterday, and I'm in Florida for a couple days where you get to play these middle-aged sports, but don't worry for all those that want me to have a miserable time. I'm going back to Chicago today where the temperature is 0 or less. So don't worry, we're coming back. The point being here, tennis also. Yesterday morning, slept horribly, played the worst tennis match I've played in a long time. Lost to two guys who will remain nameless. I don't know their names, but they were so bad. One of them must have been 97 or so, and I exaggerate slightly, but they were so bad, and me and my partner managed to lose them. I couldn't see. His shoulder was bad, but even so, what really killed us was the mental game of tennis, because with his bad shoulder, with my bad eyes, we still just were awful. Today, though, we had a different match against a different team, a squadron of Eagles. These are really true athletes. The average age is probably God only knows how old, but old. But we're able to get revenge today again. Different guys, but one 6'1", 6'1". So I often lament how bad my middle-aged sports are. I've been having the worst couple of years, the worst year or so, between the injuries, and I think often it's more about my mindset and where my mind is at. It's a great quote I heard the other day about when you're tired, don't forget all the things you've learned over the years. And if you've learned to play a certain way of winning tennis, a certain way of winning golf, just play those ways and don't constantly give in to impulse control and doing stupid things. Today was revenge. Today was the day where the broken clock was right twice in the last 24 hours. It's also a day where the blind squirrel found the acorn. So a good day in the middle-aged sports world of Scott Becker and the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. If you listen to this all the way through, you can lament it all you want. You can laugh at my obsession with how bad I am at middle-aged sports. I don't care. But if you're the first person to text me at 773-766-5322, and you say in the text message, middle-aged sports, you got to send me your name, and be willing to have us say that we awarded you a gift certificate on LinkedIn or something like that. But we'll send you a $100 gift certificate. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. It's revenge time. God bless. Thank you very much for listening.